Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to El Tor Cockerel. It's Jose here. It's Thursday, the 27th of February, and it is It's week 27 competition results. As explained in previous lives at the weekend and whatever, the results I give you today are missing the one game which has been played tonight between West Ham and Leicester. So once that result's been sorted, I will add that. You won't see it, I will add it, and then we will do the bumper show tomorrow. But by the time I do the bumper show, I would have had the league table updated with tonight's games. So Drew, I've seen you put a comment in there, and I think unless we've got something wrong, you didn't get 7 points this week, but we can go through it when we start. Let me say hello to a few people. As per usual, it's always a smash a likey on the way in. It's always good. Adrian, good afternoon, sir. Good afternoon to you, Paige. Good morning. I'm sure it's still the morning for you, Mikey. Good morning, mate. I hope you're well. Hello, Drula. I hope you're well. Said you've had a dreadful week. It might be even more dreadful than what you think at the moment. We've got Graham here. Good afternoon, Graham. Archer is here. Good afternoon, Archer. I hope you're well, sir. Ian Math. He says, hi. Oh, Graham, are you a better player on here? I think you are, says Ian. Carl Simpson's here saying hi. Is there anyone in the chat? Good afternoon, Carl. Hope you are well. Ian Math said, am I sad or what? Yesterday afternoon, I'm following Avispa versus Kawasaki on my phone to see if I'm getting any points. Sad or what? This is what it does to you. This is exactly what it does to you. Ryan's here. I hope you are feeling much, much better than what you were at the weekend, Ryan. Good afternoon to you, sir. Neil's here. Good afternoon, Neil. Glad you can make it. Good afternoon to you, mate. Hope you are well. Colin B, you're on time for the results show, but you need to be on time for the predictions. But good afternoon to you, Colin B. I hope you're well. Ed M's here. Says afternoon has a chat. Disaster week, 1 point. Ed M thinks he's got a point. Okay, I haven't got to that stage yet, but we'll have a look. Right. Tomorrow is the big one. Tomorrow we have 20 game bumper bonanza because there's no Premiership games. So if you haven't made any points this week, it's a chance to make points at the weekend, is what I'm going to say. So let me see where we are. Let's start with, like we normally do, I'm going to start with Predict the Prem. Predict the Prem. There we go. Predict the Prem. We have no change. Graham is still at the top. However, he's extended his lead. I think you were 15 points ahead last week, Graham. So you're now 18 points ahead. So I believe you extended your lead by a further 3 points this week. The usual people still chasing you: Rob Belcher, Chris Peters, Brian, the Sheriff, Tot Spurs, Ronnie Edem, Kev Clark, Cooper, and Destiny. And I'll include Carl in there, and Paul G, and Smithy, and Wiz, and Nate, Neil, Scott. I think you need to forget, I don't need, these are words to eat me, but I think Rakdos, Grant, myself, Quez, Milton, Johnny Sanchez, unless we have a dramatic improvement in our scores, we won't be troubling the people at the top, I don't think, unless we have a massive turnaround. But Graham is leading the way. And Graham, as you can see, plays this religiously because he's played 270 games. And along with him, Kevin Clark plays this religiously because he's played 270 games. Everyone else hasn't hit 270, so everyone's missed at least a game or so. But not taking it away from you, Graham. Well done, you. You lead the way still. Graham reckons you're doing Arsenal bottling again. I did. I did rubbish in the Prem games and forgot the FPL again. The bonus game saved me from an awful week. Drib says no hands up. I was wrong. I thought I got even Kitchy score right. 4. Ouch. You were even worse. You were right, even worse. So you rechecked your scores. I was going to say, when I saw your scores earlier, Drula, what you said, I thought to myself, I don't know, am I missing something? So I went and rechecked it again, and I thought, no, I've got a different score to what Drula's saying. Anyway, we'll get into that in a second. The next set of games that we need to look at, or the next set of results, is fantasy football. And in fantasy football, down the bottom, we've got 60 players playing. Down the bottom from 51 to 60, there was no change. And then I only ever bubble out the green one. So in the top 50, Mark from the Harmless Potatoes has gone up into 48th. Adam has gone into 39th. Anthony Herbert, who was a previous leader of this, is down into 38th place. My good wife is 36th, gone up into 36th. Eltel Cockerel has gone up into 34th. Hanno has gone up into 33rd. Graham has gone up into 30th. And then you have Grant has gone into 25th. In my own personal one, I've gone up into 24th. I hit 71 points this week. And I've got more as well because one of my players didn't play. And I think the substitution, who didn't play for me yesterday? Yeah. Isaac didn't play for me yesterday, but my substitution, whoever it is, got me 7 points. So I know that'll be a 78 at least. So then it is what it is at the moment. Even 78 doesn't get me into 23rd because I'm 10 points behind. Adrian Chia has gone into 21st. Cy Dancer into 20th. Ronnie into 19th. Edem is up into 17th. Alan is up into 15th. Jess up into 10th. Kuva up into 9th. Sir Rob is up into 7th. David is up into 5th. Ryan has gone up into... Ryan, you've made a move. You've gone up into 4th, Ryan. Ryan's gone up into 4th, but we have no change. Ped Vessel still leads the way. He's actually made 6 points at the moment on Nathan. But he's dropped 5 points against Nick Collison. But that is... So Ryan, you're now in 4th. You're 67 behind. Still plenty of weeks to go, Ryan. What I will say to people that play this, and I'm not sure, so I don't want to teach you how to suck eggs, all right? Good morning, Mr. Shear. Look, Mr. Shear's here. Mr. Shear's here. How many points did you score, Mr. Shear? And sorry, Adam says that his lowest points in over a month and then went up. Ellie's here. Good afternoon. Ellie says, good afternoon. As I missed the start of the show, are you doing score predictions? No, these are the results from week 27. Tomorrow is the bumper bonanza 20 game weekend because there's no Premiership games. Leo says, much love to all the homies. Jose, I hope you're well. I am. Drula says, Cover, I'm in a lot of pain today, but I won't let me get me down. How are you? I hope your pain subsides for you, Drula. Ryan G says, still got bench boost and triple captain. Need to. I haven't got none of them. Sorry, I've got all of them. I've not used them yet. But what I will say to you, Ryan, in a second is, right, anyone that does fantasy, have any of you used your manager pick yet? Let me know. Let me know if you've used your manager pick yet. Because I'm not sure whether it can tell other players whether you're using a manager pick or not. And that's why I asked the question. Let me just have a look. Because I'm not too sure how it all works. Carl Simpson says yes, with slot loads of points. Neil hasn't used it yet. Using it at the moment with Dave Moyes, says Edem. Ryan says he thinks he has. Right, the only reason why I ask is because I'm not sure whether you can see other teams, whether they're doing it. But, right, let's go into my team, right? So I've got 71 points at the moment. It says assistant manager played. So I played my assistant manager for the first time. Now, I'm not sure the manager hangs around for 3 games or longer. But I've got Isak to come out the side because he didn't play. And gwanlyeon will go in and get me 7 points. But I got 12 points this week from Maresca. Yeah, I got 12 points this week from Maresca. So that's why I was wondering if people have started using their manager. Because I use Maresca. Because I'm sure that I read somewhere it's only for 3 matches. Now, Chelsea obviously won 4-0 against Southampton. Chelsea's next game is against Leicester, and Chelsea are at home. And I can't remember who the Chelsea's third game is. But with Maresca in my team, Maresca's got me 12 additional points. So I'm not sure whether people have used their manager. So, yeah, if I look at the games, Chelsea are home to Leicester. And then in the third game, I've got Chelsea away at Arsenal. So I've used Maresca there, and Maresca's got me 12 points. If I go into, let's go into managers. How do I go into that? Right. If I go into transfers, because I don't know how long this works for. So if I go into managers, right, it must be longer than 3 weeks because there's no way that Maresca has only got me 12 points. And that's all he's got. Where is Maresca here on this list? I can't even find Maresca. Moyes, Slot, Glasner, Silva, Hertzler, Pereira, Arteta, Frank, Guardiola, Postecoglou, Potter, Emery, Nuno, Areola, Amorim, Maresca. Right, Maresca scored 22 points so far. So at the moment, I've got the points. At the moment, I've got the points for Maresca as 12 points. So I'm not sure, because when you look at your transfers, you can see I've got Maresca in there. He's in my squad, so to speak. But with that, when you buy a manager, the dearest managers are 1.5 million, but you've got to have the money to bring a manager in. Ryan, you've got to have the money. So you've got to have the money. So when you go into transfers, if you activate a manager, you need to have the money in your budget to purchase a manager. Yeah. So I'm going to go into the league again. Let me just go into the leagues because I purchase managers for all 3 of the teams that I run. Let me see if it shows you, because I'm not sure whether it does or not. Right, Eltel Cockerel. Okay, yeah, it does show you because look, Thomas Frank is down there. So I bought Thomas Frank in there, and he scored me 4 points. And again, when you're doing transfers, you've got to have the money within your budget, so your manager goes down the bottom. Oops, that's my team again. You've got to have the money within your budget. Who was the third one I went for? I picked another manager. Where is it? My wife's one. There we go. Another look. Where's my wife's one? Oh, here he is. Right, Hertzler. I've got Hertzler for her as a manager, and he scored 8 points this week. So, yeah, just a tip for you guys. If you lot are doing this, and I shouldn't be giving you tips because I'm trying to catch up with everyone, but if you're doing this on fantasy football, please ensure you can go and purchase a manager. I think it's 3 games, but if you look for the right set of fixtures, apart from Arnie Slot, I suppose, if you look for the right set of fixtures, then you will end up scoring loads of points. Yeah. So that's just a tip for you guys. All right. Ryan, obviously you didn't know about it because you're asking me the question. Carl Simpson, he had slotting for 4 games because it fell on a double week. No, you pick your manager. You go in and you buy your manager yourself, but you've got to have the money. So you might have to switch around players or whatever in order to ensure you get a manager in. But the most a manager will cost you is 1.5 million points. And then says that he got bored and made changes to a team that was getting points and made the team worse. Well, you click it, Ryan, it'll tell you whether you've chosen it or not. David Shear says 7 points. Is that what you think you've got this week, David Shear? Let me see. David Shear. Where's my David Shear? Come on. Mr. Shear, where are you? Yeah. Right, Mr. Shear, did you do yours live? No, you put yours in after the show, so I've got him in. Okay, so Mr. Shear thinks he's got 7 points. I was going to put slot in, but I couldn't because I had 3 players from Liverpool. Yeah, you can only have 3 from each side. So if your manager is from a team, you can only have a maximum of 3, including that manager. So yeah. Right, people, for the people that are here watching, how many points did you score this week? Tell me how many points you scored this week. And whilst you do that, I think people are not aware that we're on at the moment. So I'm going to have to let people know that we are here, that we are live. So tell me how many points you think you got whilst I'll do this on my phone. Send that one out to the groups. So I missed some of the groups, so let's just make sure before we got to whatever groups I've missed. I've missed it on Hotel Cockerel. Have I missed anyone else? There we go. Right. Hopefully, some people, because I don't have to repeat myself again. Right, some people will be able to see what they've got and what they haven't got. Right, what have we got at the moment? So, is it worth it? It's worth it as a manager can get you 10 points for a win and get you more for goals, etc. So, my 10 points, I don't know how many I've got because Maresca, they won the game 4-0. But I only got 10 points from Maresca. And sorry, I only got 12 points from Maresca, so I'm not quite sure how it all works out. Right, Edem says he thinks he got a point. Edem thinks he got 1 point this week. Edem, you have not got 1 point. Carl Simpson says he's got 8 points. Carl Simpson, you do not have 8 points. Adrian says he has 7 points. Adrian, I had to find Adrian. Adrian believes he got 7 points. Adrian, you did get 7 points. Drula says she got 4 points. Drula, you did get 4 points. Paige, you think you got 4? Paige, now I've got to find Paige. Paige, you did get 4 points. Archer says he's got 9. Archer, you have got 9 points. Good afternoon, Nita. I hope you're well. David Shear, you might want to stop this here and then watch it on playback to look at your scores. Ian Meth says he thinks he got 10. Ian Meth. Yes, Ian Meth, you did get 10. Nick. No. Nick says he got 9. No, you didn't get 9, Nick. Mikey R says 6. Mikey R reckons he got 6. No, Mikey R, you have not got 6. And now that you've asked me that, you're making me look again. No on that one. No on that one. No on that one. That hasn't been played yet. No on that one. No on that one. And no on that one. Now, Mikey, you haven't scored 6 this week, mate. You haven't scored 6. Is this the prediction week I missed? No, this is the prediction week you did, Neil. This is the prediction week you did. You've done this one. Yeah, Neil, yeah, I've got you. You've done this week. You did do this week. Good afternoon, Paul. I hope you're well. So today is the results show for week 27. So apart from tonight's game, so this would have been the predictions show from Sunday, right? Tomorrow is the bumper 20 games. Took my daughter to the ladies' game last night at Wembley. Good game, but I am well knackered. A lot of walking, says Nita. Yeah, it's a pig's ear to get to Wembley and to get in and out on Wembley. The transport links ain't always the best. But I hope you enjoyed the game, Nita. It was the European champions versus the world champions. And the European champions won 1-0. Adam says, I can't remember what bonus games were. Please tell me I have 0 points. No, you haven't got 0 points. And what I have to do is I'm going to have to remind myself of what the names of the teams are in the bonus games. Right, so Ryan G says he thinks he got 8. Ryan G, you did get 8 points. You did get 8. Right, anyway. This is the scores on the doors as we speak now. Let me take the cockerel out of the way because people can say they can never see it. So I need to take the cockerel out of the way. This cockerel's gone. Banners to help me out with the team names. I've got to delete them 4 because then the all don't count. And delete the rest of these. Oops. Right, they're the 4. Okay, right. So we are nearly there. Right. Okay, so here we go. Right. Scores on the doors this week are. Now I've got to take the banner out of the way. And the ticker.
I'm still putting both of these away.
Right, so the first game was Brighton 2, Bournemouth 1. And as you can see, the Greens who got the correct result were Archer, Michael, Carl, Gus, Darren, Ronnie, Adrian, Quez, Kuva, Colin Blackshaw, Tot Spurs, Big John, Nick, Jess, Nita, Leo, James, Hanno, Dan, Chang, and Alan all correctly predicted it, scoring 3 points. Dogs, what are the dogs barking at? So they all scored 3 points each. Second game ended up Crystal Palace 4, Aston Villa 1. Lo and behold, I don't think anybody got that correct. No one got that correct score. Wolves 1, Fulham 2. Wolves 1, Fulham 2. Correct scoreline was for Graham, Quez, Nick, Nita, and Lord Rodney. All correctly predicted the score and got green. Anyone else, anyone in orange, would have scored a point for the away victory. The next game was Chelsea 4, Southampton 0. Plenty of orange. So everyone's got a point for correctly predicting Chelsea. But the 4-0, the people predicted correctly were Jimmy Hotspur, Carl Simpson, Ronnie, the Potato, Quez, Colin Blackshaw, David Shear, In the Bin, Jess, and Neil all correctly predicted the 4-0 victory. The next game was Brentford 1, Everton 1. And the correct, anyone in orange went for a draw, but anyone in green that got the correct score, 1-1, was Graham, Gus Parker, or the Doctor. I'm going to call him the Doctor, Ian Meth, Paul G, Hanno, Chang, and Tigaro all correctly predicted the 1-1 draw. The next game ended up Man United 3, Ipswich 2. Everybody on that page that's got an orange would have predicted a home win. And the people on the second page, also orange, predicted a home win. The next game was Forest 0, Arsenal 0. I predicted the 0-0 for Forest Arsenal. It's the only green I got for the week. And anyone else that's got an orange predicted a draw. The next game ended up being Tottenham 0, Man City 1. Boo. The doctor got that correct. The doctor got the correct score in that game. Anyone else that's got an orange would have gone for an away victory. And again, anyone in orange here, there's only 3 people on this page, got a point for the got a point for the away win. Liverpool then beat Newcastle 2-0. Everyone on the first page that's got an orange went for a home win, but didn't get the correct score. Oopsie daisy. And on the second page, Bobby K got the correct score, and so did Dan. They both got the correct score. The next game you can see is completely blank because that is being played tonight between West Ham and Leicester. Because this has already been done, and this was done last night, the points and that, Gus, the doctor, has asked me to change his score line tonight for West Ham Leicester. So it appears as you've got 1-2 here, Gus, but I'm changing that to what you told me to change it to. So that will change. Just I can't do it live here on the show. So familiarise yourself with the results you've got. And that's page 2. They're the predictions that people have gone for in these games. So from the people I can see in the chat, I've gone 5-0. Graham's gone 2-0. Drewler's gone 2-1. Archer's gone 2-0. Mikey's gone 1-0. Carl's gone 3-0. Gus has gone 1-2. Paige has gone 0-1. Adrian has gone 2-0. Ian's gone 3-0. Ellie's gone 2-0. Mr. Blackshaw's gone 3-0. Got lots of home victories here. David Shear's gone 2-0. Nick's gone 2-1. Nita has gone 2-1. Ryan's gone 2-0. And I don't think we've got many more on that list that they've gone for. The first of the bonus games was Montego Bay versus Mount Pleasant. Yeah, Montego Bay versus Mount Pleasant. And this game ended up as a 1-1 draw. So anyone that's picked the draw is in orange, and anyone who got the correct result is in green. And the correct result went to Side Dancer, Rob Belcher, Nita, and Stacey all predicted the 1-1 draw, so therefore scored a point. The next game ended up, it was a quite surprise. It ended up being Kitchi 2, Kowloon City 3. A really weird prediction because a lot of people would have gone for the away victory in this game, but it ended up being a lot of people would have gone for the home win. It ended up being an away victory. Nobody got the actual score correct, I don't believe. But the people in orange, which was very far and few between, so you got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 people picked up a point for predicting an away victory. The next game ended up being Avispa Fukuoka 1, Kawasaki 2. And for this game, people in orange would have predicted the away win, but the green went to the doctor, Smithy, David Shear, Bobby K, Ryan G, Leo, Hanno, Lord Rodney, and Tigaro all correctly predicted the 1-2 scoreline. So 3 points for them and 1 point for anyone in orange. And the last game, no one predicted the correct score in this game. And this game was between Esperance Tunis versus Etoile Sahel. So it was first versus second in the league, in the Tunisian league. And it was a 3-0 victory. And everyone who predicted a home win would have scored a point. But nobody predicted the correct score. Sorry, I tell a lie. Grant Packham was the only one that predicted a 3-0 scoreline. So, with that being said, the average this week is 8.2 as we speak now. It's 8.2. So what we have is, right, let me go for the points. Right, we have Jose 9 points, Graham 13 points, Drula 4, Archer 9, Michael 8, Mikey 5, Jimmy 8, Carl double figures 10, Gus P, I think is it man of the week or joint? But 14 is a high mark. He's joint man of the week at the moment is the Doctor with 14, Christopher Inshaw 3, Page 4, Darren 9, Ronnie 9, The Wiz 2, David Clark 4, The Potato 9, Adrian 7, Ian 10, Side Dancer 10, Quez 13, big week for Quez, not 6 for In the Hype, 3 for Edem, 7 for Queen Ellie, 9 for Kuba, and he's got a green. Kuba was complaining and had a green for a while. He got a green in the very first game of the weekend. Rob Belcher also got 9. Colin Blackshaw has got 8. Totspurs has got 10. Smithy's got 9. David Shear, good week, 13 for Mr. Shear. Peter Kagais, 4. Big John, 8. Bobby K, 11. Round Table Nick, 10. In the Bin, 6. Jess, 10. Nita, 13. Big week for Nita. Ryan G, 8. Paul G, 9. Dekaru's got 4. Vindaloo, 6. Leo got 10. Jimmy got 6. Joint Man of the Week, Hanno, 14. Stacey got 8. Grant, 9. Dan, 10. Chang, 9. Neil, 6. Lord Rodney, 9. Tigaro, 9. And Alan, 6 points. So, before I bring up the league tables, what are you guys saying? Sorry, because I can't see what you're saying when I'm showing all this. But I can see comments. Let me go back up. There we go. Darren's here. Good afternoon, Darren. I hope you're well. Peter's here. Says good morning. It's 3:59 a.m. in Melbourne. Good morning to you, Peter. I hope you are well, Peter. Every time I predict Wolves to win, they lose. If they go down, I take full responsibility, says Ellen. Is there a huge echo? Is it just me, says Paul? I'm not sure. I can't hear no echo. Cheers, Jose. I'm late, says the doctor. Peter says, I'm working ramped up in ED. Sitting here for three hours waiting for a bed for a patient. Wow. All 4 bonus going to screw me over this week. Not sure I'll bother Googling it again, says Archer. I will have to accept my miserable score as I was in a rush, says Neil. Hopefully I've moved up, says Darren. I will take 10 points. So close to 300. Some of you may break tonight. Some of you may break tonight. So depending on what the score lines are,
I love croutons.
no one's going to break 200. No one from the list that I've got in the moment will break 200 tonight. And on the 100 mark, no one will break the 100 mark tonight from the list that I've got. From the updated tables, no one will break the 100 and 200 tonight. The 300 could be broken tonight by Carl. Carl is the only person that can break and get through, apart from the people that we've already got on the list. But without further ado, we'll bring that one up. The league tables are as such. So we have 131 players. The league tables this week look like there is no change between 131st and 119th. There is no change up until 89th. So nobody has climbed the table up until 89th place. So from 131st to 89th, no one's climbed the table. Moving on up the table, Christopher Inshaw is in 83rd, climbed into 83rd. Darren has climbed into 68th. In the bin is up to 67th. And Michael is up to 62nd. So if you're green, you've moved up. If you're gold, it means that you've broken a landmark, and you probably did go up as well. But Lord Rodney is now into 56. Leo, as can be seen, has broken the 100-point mark. So we now have 53. I said 70 would get to 100 minimum, to 3 figures minimum. We now have our 53rd with Leo. So well done, Leo, for breaking the 100. Archer has gone up into 47th. Chang into 45th. The Potato has gone up into 41st. Jimmy into 39th. Bobby K 38th. Sai 37th. Gus up into 33rd. So from Gus downwards, there's got you the next milestone for these people is the 200 mark. These 20 games at the weekend could help you make points towards the 200 mark. Hanno has gone into 32nd and broken 200 points. Jess has gone into 31st and broken 200 points. Alan has broken has gone into 30th and also broken 200 points. So well done, Hanno, Jess, and Rakdos and Alan for all reaching the 200 or breaking the 200-point barrier. Now, Nita, with her good week, has gone up into 27th. Rob Belcher is into 22nd. Jimmy Talks Football has gone into 21st. Tigaro into 19th. David Shear has climbed into 18th. Quez has gone into 16th. He had a good week this week. Mikey, despite the week you've had, you've gone above Drula by virtue of correct score lines. So Drula and you have swapped places by the virtue of correct score lines. And I think you scored 2 more points than Drula this week as well. I think Drula scored 4 so far. You scored 6. Tot Spurs has gone up into 8th. And we have a new leader. And the new leader, by virtue of more correct scores, is Graham. Graham is now leading the way. Joint points with Dan, but has more correct predictions. So that's your league tables for you. Big up those, mate. Lee, the Wiz is here. Hello, Wiz. Can we see the table? I've just shown it. Come on, West Ham. I'm forever blowing bubbles, says Cole. Have we got anyone else? Geez, that's tight at the top. It's all, I think, all the way down. Come on, keep digging away. Graham's over. Right. What I will say is, if I'll show that again, let me show the league tables again, because if I can show you any part of the league tables, and you'll see why it's important to play weekly. Right. So you can see from here, right, that hardly anyone. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. There's 9 movers in 29 places. So 1/3 of people move. But it's so tight on points. So tight on points, because you've got to be in it to win it, so to speak, because it's so tight on points. Now, like Nita and Peter guys are a point apart. The next person apart from that is 8 points in front. You've got Lee Wiz, who's 5 points behind Vindaloo, who's 5 points then behind Nita. And as you go up, there's going to be subtle changes, ever so subtle changes as you go up through the league, right? And that's why it's important to take part, so you can pick up points on others. You've got Big John sitting there on 281, but then you've got Totspurs and Ian Meth both on 280. And Totspurs is only above Ian by the virtue of having more correct predictions. So, you know, it is tight. It's very, very tight all the way there. But then you look down into the others and it's tight again. All right, you've got an 11-point buffer between Hannah and Gus P at the moment. But that, for these people on this page, I don't know whether everyone on this page has played every week. Majority of weeks, but not every week, because you've got new players. So I look on this page, you've got Archer, you've got Jimmy Hotspur, who are fairly newish, and they're already up there. And then behind, you've got Lord Rodney, who's flying up. He's going to there. Leo's broken the 100. You've got Michael Chelsea will storm past 100. In the bin, Darren will get well past 100. Christopher will get past 100. I'm not Paige is still Paige will get past 100 comfortably. I'm not sure whether Ben will. But then you've got other players like Wayne, Spurs fan John, Andy, LFC. You got Bill Coys, Ash P, Matty, Custom Spoons, Nick. If these people take part weekly, you're going to get 70 odd players over 100 points. So it's tight. It really is tight. And the points this week, as you all saw, you saw the points this week. So if we go back and look at the points again this week, and you look at the predictions, the average was 8.2, right? And since the average is 8.2 for this week so far, you know, people, if you look at the top three, I scored 9, Graham scored 13, Dan scored 10. So between the three of us, there's a 4 points difference between the three of us, but yet there's only a 2 points difference between first and third because it's so tight. So all you've got to remember is to predict every week. If you predict it every week, you will move up these tables. So well done to the people that predicted this week, and well done to the people that moved up, that are in green. Well done to those that have broken landmarks and have gone into orange. So well done, you guys. So we have got, what are you saying about yourselves? Potato Stew, hello everyone. How I missed my predictions this week, but not much to write home about. Paul, do I have to show it to you again? Because I'm not sure whether you guys saw it. Good afternoon, George. I hope you're well, mate. I hope you're well. Quez is here. I can see Quez. Peter wants a recount. Peter wants a recount. How many games for predictions this week? There are 20. Tomorrow we will be doing 20. It's the bumper week. The kind of the clues in the title for the show. So tomorrow will be 20 games, and they'll be from anywhere. I'm not even sure because I've not decided what I'm doing yet, where they're coming from. They could well be in the FA Cup. They could be Championship, First Division, or League One, League Two. They could be Scottish Champion. The Scottish. We could be going to the last time we did the 20 games. We went to FA Cup, La Liga, Bundesliga, Serie A, La Liga, Albania, Andorra, Belgium, Bermuda, Colombia, Cyprus, Guatemala, Morocco, Netherlands, Northern Ireland, Philippines, Portugal, South Africa, Zambia. Then we've been to the Highland Leagues, Aruba, Cambodia, Iran, Kosovo, Montenegro, Myanmar, Jamaica, Hong Kong, Japan, Tunisia. So we are getting around. We are definitely getting around, and I will have 20 games ready for you guys tomorrow to predict at 4 o'clock. And 20 points is a maximum. No one's going to get all 20 right, let's be honest, you know. But tomorrow, there's a chance of 60 points for this weekend. There's 60 points up for grabs. 20 greens will get you 60 points. So there's people that can move and shake and break and break milestones this weekend. Potato, Quez, if I've got anyone else in there. Daniel's just joined. So I'll just show you guys again. Right, score lines. Scores for this week are here. So who did I say? Quez. Quez, you had a good week. You scored 13 points. Potato, you scored 9 points. Dan, you scored 10 points. So they're the points. And the average this week was 8.2. The league table for those that have just joined, the three that I've just mentioned, has there been any changes? Has there been any changes on the three? So it's Quez. I'm looking for Quez, Dan. Who's the other one? Quez, Dan, and one more. There's one more person. Quez, Dan, and the potato. Right, the potato. Right, I think you're all on the first page. Quez, Dan, and the potato are all on the first page. Right. Where's the potato? No, potato's not on the first page. Quez, you've gone up into 16th place. Dan, you're in second. Goal difference. Graham has got more correct scores than you, but you're on the same points. And where's the potato? Potato, you climbed up into 41st. You're up into 41st. You've got a green against us. You've got up into 41st. So well done, you guys. And Peter Kagayas has gifted out 5 channel memberships. Thank you very much, Peter. Ramped up on ED. And these have gone to George at Durag Diaries, Brian Daigle, Paddy Hartnett, Colin at Two Sides of a Spurs Pod, and the two Mark show, which is obviously Mark the Sheriff cousins. So I see George has come in and said thank you to you already, Peter. So well done. Thank you to Peter, and thank you to the people that have come and said hi. I said hello. Darren says I'm moving crazy. Big up, set up to be a very interesting. Like I said, it's so many people, and it doesn't matter if you start late. Even if you start late and you started now, the season now, there is no reason start the season now why you're not breaking 100 points. There isn't, is there? You've got 11 league games left to go. Week 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 40. You've got 11 Premiership week games to go. You've got a bonus weekend this weekend because of the cup competitions and that. So that's 12. I think there might be 2 international breaks between now and the end of the season. So that makes it 14. And when there's internationals, we do bumper. We do 20 games. We do 14 in any normal week and 20 games then. So you've got 154. You've got 214 matches at least to predict from now to the end of the season. At least 214 matches. And if you predict in the 214 matches, even if you got just the result, not the correct score, but just the result in 50% of them, you got 100 points. So anyone can make up the 100 points. Where is Colin? Hope he's well. Haven't seen him do a show for a while. Colin's fine, man. I spoke to Colin this morning, and I messaged him last night because he's the one that puts everything in the back for me. And he's all right. He's fine. He's just really busy with work at the moment, but he's looking forward to coming back and doing shows again. So you will see him. He's coming back. He's not hiding. He's just been really busy with work. He's got a new job and I think he's managing people and that now. So he's got a team and whatever. So he's really, really busy. So obviously with YouTube, as you're all aware, it's not our main jobs. You know, we've got in real life, we've got our own roles and our own jobs and responsibilities. And we just do this as a bit of, I don't know, why do I do it? I'll get therapy out of it. I don't know, probably I'll get therapy out of it, out of doing so, you know, and sharing my time with you guys. Or I've enjoyed sharing my time with you guys this season and last season. And again, it's like anything, you have to reassess, and I'll reassess at the end of the season, see where we are, see what I think is right and what's wrong, and like everybody else. So, you know, at the end of the day, we shall see where we are. But yeah, Colin is extremely busy with real life at the moment, and he will be back before you know it. He'll be back before you know it. Tomorrow, 20 game prediction. Like I said, it'll be from around the world tomorrow. I suppose, I mean, I've been busy working, so you'll have to tell me, but I suppose YouTube's been really busy since last night because Tottenham lost. Tottenham lost to Man City 1-0. And when Tottenham lose, YouTube goes into overdrive. When Tottenham win, YouTube's really quiet. Apart from the regular people who do regular shows, if you look at their setup of their shows, where they do, I don't know, they might do a watch along, they might do predicted lineups, you know, they might do X, Y, and Z. They will probably still have their shows because they are programmed in advance, so they still got to do them. But all the other pop-ups that come up and all these other shows that come up, it's extremely busy if Tottenham lose on YouTube. But then it goes all quiet when Tottenham win. Quite weird that. I thought you'd rather do more shows when Tottenham win or when your team win rather than when they lose. But I suppose, you know, each to their own, and they do what they need to do. So there's no Premiership this weekend to worry about. Tottenham don't play again till next week, so I presume you either find some stick to stir the pot with from now till next week, or you take a chill pill and just chill out because we don't play for a week, or look at other teams and look at other matches that are being played. But yeah, Dan says I told you weeks ago, Jose, I'm only focused on the Europa League. That's fair enough, mate. Archer says it's therapy when there are defeats. It's therapy. Yeah, it's fair enough. But yeah, so they're the scores on the doors for you for today. And I will be back tomorrow at 4 o'clock. I had to start a bit later today because I was running late with work and my chores I had to do today, and therefore I had to start a bit later. Tomorrow I intend on starting at 4, and I'm gonna try and do it one take tomorrow. And if people are late, I might have to say to them, look, go and do it in the stream after the show, because it kind of, although I don't mind doing it, it kind of sets me back, and then I'm in a rush to go and get ready for football and stuff like that, and I'd rather not be in a rush. So please be on time tomorrow, and after I've said hello to everyone, we will start with the show straight away, and I will get the 20 games sorted out between now and tomorrow. Neil says, I just thought I noticed that I still haven't got a membership. I thought it would retry after I changed my card details. Now I think if you change your card details, you've got to redo it again. I don't think it's as easy as that. It just accepts it. But sure, don't take my word for it. Nita says, I was surprised it was only 1-0. City scored after 12 minutes. Daniel says, yeah, you can't keep re-rolling back for 20 games. You will be there all night. Yeah, I'm not. Tomorrow I'm going to have to politely say to people, you know, you're going to have to leave them after the show. But then the other thing is what I've noticed as well is I don't know who does it and who doesn't, because it doesn't tell me. But the likes that you get after the show, so if people haven't been on the show and they're leaving the predictions on after the stream, I do always say hit a like. But when I look at the amount of comments that have been put after the stream, and when I look at the like button being changed, it's never by many. So yeah, it'd be easy if people just tuned in, because then you can get the likes there and then when people can be bothered. But yeah, guys and girls, I'm gonna wish. No, Archer, I won't be doing no Friday games. I'm not going to do none of that. I'm going to make sure that they're all played at the weekend. Now, if we're doing it around the world, some could start earlier, and some can start earlier, and some will go later. Right? It just depends on whereabouts in the world they're being played. So, I could pick a match, and I don't know, 2 o'clock in the morning when we're in bed here in Europe, 2 o'clock in early Saturday morning when we're in bed. A game that kicks off on a Saturday could have already finished. So by the time you wake up in the morning, you might have results. From that part of it, I can't control that. But the matches that I will select will definitely be for the weekend, and there won't be no Friday. I'm not going to stick any Friday games in there. I don't think anyway, because I'm not looked. But who would be playing Friday anyway? There is. I know that there's an FA Cup game on Friday. Right, so on Friday there is. Oh no, that's the FA Cup 4th round. That's not 4th round. Okay, that's not right, is it? What are we? 28th tomorrow of February. 28th of February. Right, yeah. Villa play Cardiff tomorrow. Sheffield Wednesday play Sunderland. Partick Livingston, Hearts Gala Fairydean in the Highlands and Lowlands League. Aberystwyth versus the New Saints. Valladolid Las Palmas, Stuttgart Bayern, Fiorentina Lecce, Common Bowl Libertadores 2nd round, Melgar Deportes. Now, I will not be doing any of it won't be Friday games, I'll be doing Saturday games to get that. What I'll try and do is I'll try and get all the games in that will be played Saturday. So therefore, by Saturday night, hopefully, I can get all the results put in and that, because it means I get Sunday off, because otherwise it's just madness when you have to keep doing and then doing and then doing and then doing. So I want to get to see if I can get some time to myself. But with that being said, I'd like to thank you all for watching. As per usual, my usual crowd that do watch, thank you very much. Thank you very much for supporting the channel in the ways that you do. Appreciate it. And the dogs appreciate it as well. Barking. So yeah, the dogs appreciate it as well. And I'd like to thank Peter for sponsoring today's show, or being one of the sponsors by gifting 5 LTL Cockerel memberships. And I will see you all tomorrow at 4 o'clock. Have a pleasant remainder of your day, everyone, and be good, be kind, stay healthy, smile, and I will see you all tomorrow. So thank you very much, guys. Take care. See you tomorrow.